on your side. Yes, ma'am. So, sit up just a little bit, and we're going to find, you'll use the opposite hand, and what we're looking for here is there'll be several spots that'll be pretty significantly painful. What we want to see here is what spot is the most painful, and we want to go back to that spot, and that's where we want to lay. Okay? Let me know when you found that spot.
We found it.
Good? Okay. Now what we're going to do with our hand, this outstretched hand, is we're going to reach, we're going to let it go out here. For some of us, we're going to be so tight in this area that it's painful just to lift that hand up. Okay? So what we want to be sure we're doing is we're reaching this middle finger outstretched to the side. And what Serena's going to find out when I move her a little bit is the pressure on that lat changes pretty significantly. So what we want to do is we want to reach for those 30 to 45 seconds. If we can lift up and we can use this hand to help balance us, then we want to go in a circular motion 10 times, 10 circles, and we're reaching the whole time we're doing that motion. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. From here, we're going to move forward. That's going to change some things for us. Like I said, we want to work through the range of motion that lat provides. We're reaching again. Reach that finger. And we're going to make those circles again, going over that tissue. Like I said, for a lot of you that are doing this right now, this can seem pretty painful. But we want to be sure we're staying on that area and we're working through it. 10 times, 10 circles. Once we do those 10, now we're going to work through ranges of motion, moving fluidly. Reaching the whole time, 1. Like I said, if you can't do this and you're still at home, you can't even raise your arm, you're still reaching as hard as you can with your arm flat. Good. 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 One last reach as hard as we can. Away and relax. Good. Go ahead, flip over. Let's do the other side. How'd that feel for you, Serena?
Kind of painful.
Face the other way. Towards the, yes ma'am. There you go. So same things. Now, if it's hard for you to roll on the ball, one of the adjustments we can make is you'll bring your leg over right here, and you can kind of push yourself with this foot over the ball. Okay, and so that's how you're finding that space and that tissue. That's going to help in order to be able to get through that. So go ahead and find that space that we feel the most tension. Yeah. We're there. Extend that hand out. Good. Now if you can on your own, try to bring it up. There you go. There, make those circles. Use this hand to balance. Good job, good job. Good. So you can see when Serena's doing it on her own, it's very difficult. It's very difficult, and it will cause some issues of pain. But we've got to, the body is a beautiful machine, but in a way, whenever we have knots and inflammation, what happens is our muscles run over those things. They don't push them down. So what rolling and tissue release does is they literally mash your fascial structures that become tight. They put them back into their space so that you can restore the normal length tension relationship that they've had previously. And that's what allows us to move better and feel better. Okay? Still in that space?
Yeah.
There you go. Let's try the movement up and down. There you go. Good. One of the key pieces here is that as we're moving out, we want to point that thumb out like a hitchhiker. So thumb, start to rotate it out a little more towards me. There you go. We want to do that 10 times. So if we're remembering the pattern, we have 10 circles overhead, 10 circles by our side, and then 10 like our hitchhikers. Good? Good, good, good. Go ahead, stand up. Good. So once we've reduced a lot of the tension in our lats, okay, chest, and then we've reduced some tension here in our neck, we want to be sure our lat stretch is a little different. We want to stretch our lats. you'll have to typically be either on the ground. If you have a foam roller, that's great. Okay, so we're going to show you both ways. So first thing we're going to do right here is, I want you to be right here, Serena. You're going to be on your knees with your thumbs up, just like this, okay? So what's happening here when we're stretching our lats, the reason we have our thumbs up is so we can get more targeted area, more targeted stretch towards there. And the only thing Serena's gonna do is literally use the roller to roll forward, keeping your arms as long as possible, and you're just letting that chest gravity work through and feel that stretch. So she's naturally letting gravity allow to pull her head down. You're not forcefully trying to do anything. For those of you that need a deeper stretch, yeah, you can drive your chest down a little harder and let your head fall forward a little more. But all we're trying to do is keep those thumbs up. We're constantly reaching. And the same thing, we're here for 30 to 45 seconds. Okay, now if we're not gonna use a foam roller to do that, if you don't have the foam roller at home, the only thing that changes here, go ahead and move to your side, so facing that way, that way. The only difference, so on your knees again, on your knees. The only difference is she's just gonna use the ground to do that. So go ahead and reach your hands out. She's gonna walk her hands out as deeply as she can first, and then she's gonna let that chest fall through, and she's still maintaining that stretch. If you wanna deepen that stretch, all you have to do is you can work different sides. Say if I wanna work my right side a little more, you'll let your palms fall down, keeping that hand outstretched. You'll reach the other hand over, and now with this distance, reach as far as you can. Reach as far as you can. You're naturally letting your chest go through. And same thing, you're sitting here for 30 seconds. Reach, reach, reach. So like I said, if you're at home, one hand over the other, driving down, reaching, reaching, then we hit that other side. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Now, like I said, when we have the opportunity, sometimes, yes, like if we're trying to get our upper trap, it's a little harder to do that with a softball, but we can work the other areas that commonly make that upper trap tight. So pec, neck, lat.